Hi, my name is April Schendel, and this is Module 12, our data protocol for AEP 858 data analysis and assessment. So the protocol that I developed here was really just kind of modeled after what we saw in our reading. So I kind of gave it a little bit more styling for my faculty to take a look at for our school, Notre Dame de Sion. And so it's pretty simple, focusing on those big questions. Where are we now? Where do we want to go? How did we get to where we are? How can we get to where we want to go? And what are we doing to make a difference? So here it is as I have envisioned it to help us figure out how our curriculum is aligning with our 9 outcomes of a Scion graduate, which I've linked here for my faculty to be able to remind themselves of. So first of all, this is something that I thought that my faculty would respond well to, because as far as analyzing data, there's not a lot that applies to everyone. So I thought that this was something that would be helpful, because this is a process that every single teacher has to engage in at my school, regardless of whether or not they use any standardized tests to kind of guide what they are teaching or not. So I used Heritage Spanish for Heritage speakers as what course objectives align with our outcomes of a Scion graduate, OSG. Where do we want to go? So the question I'm asking them to guide is, which of the 9 OSG best align with your curriculum? So I placed here informed critical thinkers and humble difference makers. How do we get to where we are? So the question to focus on is, what assignments or assessments align with our outcomes of a Scion graduate? So for instance, planning Hispanic Heritage Month festivities would be something that would align. How can we get to where we want to be? What community partners could provide opportunities for experiences aligning with OSG? And I put the Migrant Farm Workers Project as an example. And is what we're doing making a difference? What formative and summative assessments align with OSG? And so that would be our oral proficiency interviews, thinking about being mindful communicators. So here is the worksheet for our faculty to kind of place their own information in. It's the same questions, but just with blanks for them to fill in. And then we do have some faculty that would use this for perhaps another anything completely not unrelated. So I've given them too in a completely blank template. And then I've also provided it here as a way to be able to think of more quantitative data as opposed to qualitative data. So I've included that here as well. Thank you very much. And it's been a great course.